Hello guys, Jason, my main man Darcy here.
How are we?
Today we are working on knee pain. So specifically, if you're struggling with flexion of your knee and you're getting sort of a block at the back of the knee here, or you might be also struggling to fully extend your knee. So we're going to start with treating through the back of the knee, but we're also going to flip over and work through the front and so a comprehensive knee treatment.
Yeah, nice.
But the first spot we're going to start with is one of my favourite spots in the knee, which is popliteus. It hurts like hell, but it's such a good spot. So if you've had any previous knee injuries, like ligament damage, so ACLs, PCLs, or even just sort of previous trauma to the knee, quite often this muscle, it attaches on the outside just above the knee and then runs across the back here. It's a thin muscle and then attaches onto the inside of the tibia there. So normally through here, with people that have had previous knee injuries or have this tightness in here, you can normally feel and palpate straight away there's like a bit of a ball or a hardened lump that pushes back into my thumb. So I just want to start to sink in and engage with that, and normally it's pretty tender and sore straight away. You can get some referral pain coming up into the hamstring and the glute. So I'm not actually on the gastroc here itself, I'm just above the medial gastroc head, and we're sinking in, getting deeper into that popliteus muscle. All right, so we just want to sit here for a little bit because it is quite uncomfortable and can be really painful. So if you're constantly there trying to really pull your heel towards your bum and you're not getting any closer, and you're feeling like there's some big restriction back here, or you might be feeling pain at the side of the knee or medial even, it can be this muscle that sort of locks on and it tries to stabilize the knee, so it almost acts like a ligament. If you have had that previous injury, or if there is a little bit of dysfunction around the knee with your running mechanics or even walking mechanics and that sort of thing, you might be overloading and really recruiting this muscle too much. So now that we've sunk in there a little bit, what I like to do is just make sure Darcy's still nice and relaxed. We're just going to start to come into some passive range, and even normally straight away when I just bring the knee up a little bit, you can feel this muscle push back into my thumb. So I'm not moving here, I'm just pinning it and then slowly going to come up with the knee. And it's normally straight away, people know it's the spot.
Yeah, it's this spot, man. You're on it. Oh, you hit it straight away. So we just pin and hold. So even if you come over my shoulder here, Leo, just over this way, so then you can see the angle that we're pushing in. So I'm sort of pushing straight through to the opposite side of Darcy's shin, and I'm just holding there. So I actually had a client recently that came in to see me probably about a month ago, and she's had a lot of knee pain. Her job, she walks around a lot, spends a lot of time on her feet. She actually works at the Peninsula Hot Springs over here in Mornington. So some nice natural springs and baths and that type of thing. But there's a lot of stairs and a lot of walking up and down and uneven footpaths and things like that. And she also has to squat down a lot to like change over bedding and that type of thing. So whenever she squatted down, she'd get a lot of pain at the back of the knee here, and also like a weakness when she was trying to stand back up. So that's another sign that you might have some dysfunction in here, is sort of a weakness. Once you're down at the bottom of a squat, yes, you might get some pain, but you might also have to shift your weight to one side to sort of stand back up because this limiting range and this pain in here. So we've got up to about 90 degrees there, and it's starting to release off, so then we can start to just gradually come a bit further past and see how it's feeling there. And then as we slowly extend out, you can normally feel it pop back up again. It's good.
And just slowly go through that range. Let it sit down there again.
You're good at that. It's not like too overbearing or too
so it is quite a sensitive one. So it's going with what the person can handle to start with. Darcy isn't fighting against me too much here. So if someone was, I might just back off a little bit and ease up some of my pressure. But for now, we're just connecting there, and I'm slowly probably moving a bit more medial now. I haven't actually slid on the skin, but I've just changed my angle because I can feel, even just by rolling this way, I'm on the middle of the ball that I can feel. But if I come this way and angle back, so now I'm pushing more this way into the muscle rather than straight down, it feels like it hits a different aspect of it there. And even just that little movement of the shin like this, I can feel it hits and pushes back up into my thumb there. So I'm going to bring the knee up. Do you get any referral pain there, Darcy?
Yeah, a little bit into the calf.
Into the calf,
down.
Okay,
Cool.
And yeah, so just holding and pinning here. So if you've had chronic knee pain and you're a footy player or you're playing a lot of sport as well, you might be getting sent in for scans and all these other things, and they might be saying, oh, maybe you need a clean out, you need a surgery. But if you haven't properly explored the soft tissue around the knee, like this popliteus, where your hamstring tendons come in and attach, where all your quads, your VMO, your ITB, even looking at your hip, if your hip function or your ankle function is off, then the knee is going to compensate. So if you've explored all those things before the surgery and nothing else has fixed it, then yes, you might have to look at surgery. But if surgery is the first point of call that they're going for, come in and have a look at some of these soft tissue, and you book an appointment with us. If you can't come and see us, jump on our website. We've got practitioners that have trained up in our method all over the world now. So there's some over in America there's some over in the UK, Finland. Shout out to our man in Finland.
Yep.
So yeah, we're coming around the world, spreading this work. Because, yeah, we don't want people having to suffer with pain and not be able to get access to this good, deep tissue treatment.
Oh,
so.
Oh, yep.
Just hold. So this is a bit like an actual real treatment because I can feel Darcy's got some in there.
I definitely do, man.
Sometimes you've just got to spend this amount of time or longer on one spot. If this popliteus has been locked on for 10 years or however long you've had that dysfunction or that knee pain, then yeah, we can't just spend 1 or 2 minutes on and go, all right, that's all we'll do and move on and stick to some routine. So yeah, we're just playing what's in front of us. I can feel as I'm coming even more medial, there's still a bit more around there. Oh yeah. And then it moves a bit better after there. It's just that initial part. And then we can sink out.
Oh, wow.
No thumb imprint in there, so that's good. Sometimes people sink out and there's a big thumb imprint where you might have just been sitting. I can feel in the middle now, so more in between those gastroc heads. There's another spot there.
Yep, sure is. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Just localised for you, Darcy?
Yeah, just local. Yeah. Feels really relevant though, definitely.
Have you had some knee stuff on this? Was it this side? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
That was a couple of years ago?
Yeah, and then earlier this year as well.
Earlier this year it played up again, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is preventative. This is like, I haven't been noticing it, but it's there. So sometimes you're not even aware of what's, in your body until somebody explores and goes to these lengths. So it's really good. I know that my knee's going to be healthier and performing better.
So we can sink out of there. For video's sake, I will move on now. But yeah, we can retest after doing that. And yeah, normally, and with the client that I had the other week, she had seen a previous practitioner who had treated everywhere. Treated calves, treated hamstrings, treated quads. And it felt good, felt relevant, but nothing was the spot. And then straight away after she told me that, I knew, all right, they probably haven't explored popliteus.
Yeah.
I went there and she went, oh my God, that's the spot that we couldn't find.
That's the culprit. So, we don't really miss things here. There's no stone unturned. We go where the sun doesn't shine. We push into the tendons. We go into the little crevices and find those nooks and crannies because that's generally where chronic pain lies. It's not on the surface. It's not in the muscle belly. It's deep and hidden, and that's why we are so effective at what we do.
That's right. The body can heal. It just needs to be given the right conditions. So whether that's through, the hands-on body work first, but then we might be looking at, if it's something to do with a muscle imbalance or if it's a movement dysfunction, then we need to start to correct that underlying cause. So we're not just treating the symptom of your knee pain. We want to actually correct that long term. So if that's a movement dysfunction, then yes, we might move you into the gym, or we might actually need to look at if your ankle's blocked and locked up, that's causing your knee to overwork or, causing dysfunction up the chain. So that's where it's not just, looking at the pain site. We've got to sort of look broader than that, particularly if it is something that's been more chronic. So we're starting with those distal hamstring tendons. So a lot of the videos that we do, we probably work down from the glute down towards the knee, but in this instance, and with people that have sort of pain in the knee, I like to work from the knee up. So we're starting to really unlock those distal tendons. So we can really connect in there. We can even just take a little bit of slack out of the hamstring. So just flexing up. I'm just holding that there. Darcy's staying nice and relaxed. So I can just soften those tendons a little bit more to be able to sink in.
Feels really good.
And then I can just slowly drop it down. And now I can start my work.
Oh, yeah.
Nice connected palm. We can angle out that way. Or I can move and push straight in. Bit more out that way, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
For our man Darcy.
Yep. Oh, I'm loving it. It's brilliant. Oh.
Just get some little movements in there.
Oh, that's good. Oh.
Staying connected. Push through.
Yep.
Then we might even get the elbow in a little bit more of the forearm, get some wax. So we get a bit of slide. Same thing, we pick up the slack, so sinking in, pick up the slack in my arm and in Darcy's skin there in these fascia.
Yep.
And then we can sink in and connect.
Oh, yep. Oh.
Yeah, sometimes you can get some referral pain down into the knee from these spots here. So just always checking for that feedback that might be recreating some of the pain or discomfort that you're experiencing.
Yeah, definitely. Oh.
We're just working our way up there, nice and slow. We're just going with what the body's allowing me to do. So I feel like I've come to a spot that it doesn't really want me to move there just yet. So we just wait and just hold. And then as that tissue starts to melt, the stroke will start to move again. So we're slowly starting to get through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not trying to force it and really move fast. It's just what the body's allowing us to do.
Oh, yeah.
So we've come to a big roadblock here. So we can't just smash through it. We've got to listen to the body. Couple of deep breaths, Darcy. There we go. As he relaxes, we felt the tissue start to give a little bit. Oh, I can still just sort of go side to side. I can feel more as I roll out. So if you just come up here, Leo, just so you can see so I'm going from there. But if I roll out, I feel like there's more out there.
Yeah.
So sometimes there's subtle differences like this where I'm still hitting the same spot, but it's just a different angle, a different part of my forearm or elbow is connecting with it. Oh, does one feel more relevant for you, Darcy?
Yeah, it's so tight, so good.
Keep going up. Let's go this line here. There we go. I feel like I've got through it.
Oh, it's so much nicer. Oh, that's good.
And then we can sink out. We'll do one through the inside as well. I'll just show you with a palm so you can see. But yeah, we want to make sure we hit the medial side of the hamstring as well. We can also get a little bit of like the adductors coming down if we need to. So we can roll more onto the medial side. But let's just start in here, connect in, pisiform in the palm.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Just these little wiggles trying to break it up.
Yeah, it's good.
And so yeah, once we've gone through treatment, we can start to some simple exercise that we might even get people doing is just body weight hip hinges. So if they're struggling with a squat pattern, a lot of the time even just teaching someone to hip hinge properly, where you're moving through the knee, but you're not actually loading the knee. So if you're doing a good hip hinge and a good movement pattern, then you'll load into your glutes and your hips a lot more, but you still get the good effect of getting some strength and building some strength and movement around the knee. So that's something simple that quite often I can prescribe to people to do at home, just in between their sessions, just starting to get some movement through there, starting to load up some tissues that might be weak. But yeah, it's just a simple exercise, and then you can start to gradually progress once that movement becomes more natural. But also just looking at how people squat as well, because a lot of people squat and they put a lot of strain and extra pressure through their knee. Let's get Darcy to roll over now. Do a little bit through the front. Bring this up to your head. Yep. Yep. Thanks, Leo. Getting the time. So we'll just quickly show you the front side. So yeah, we can work through VMO and these adductor insertions, and then we can do ITB on the lateral side. So get some wax on the palms. We can do both at once, just so that way we can get a bit of a gauge of what's going on. So we want to start actually on the knee here. So we're connecting in, pushing, almost like squeezing it together. Oh, I reckon there's a bit more lateral, a bit more out there. So once we identify, we come in here, connect in, and we're going to push our way up. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So again, we can work away from the knee. Sometimes we can come down as well, but I like to start this way so we can feel what's going on closest to the knee there. And then, yeah, normally these spots just a little bit above the knee, you can get some referral pain coming back down in. So if you're getting lateral knee pain, even pain into the front of the patella here. So we just hold, pin, wait for them to soften up.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah, there's lots in there. Once we find a good spot, we can also use the thumb and really pin, so I can feel there's a bit of like a calcified spot here, some adhesions in the tissues. So it's just hard and doesn't feel like it's nice and soft. So a normal healthy muscle should be able to sink into it. Where when it is hard and lots of resistance, that's an indication that the tissues might be a bit dysfunctional or dehydrated. So we need to get in and do the work. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we would spend more time through that lateral quad. Let's get in, show you the medial side as well. So VMO, again, palm stroke to warm up. We're just speeding up a little bit now, just to show you the key points. And then I might have to pinch Aaron's manoeuvre that he did on you the other week, Das.
What was that?
His distal adductor manoeuvre.
Oh, God. I think we're running out of time.
Yeah, I might run out of time for that one for you. So yeah, VMO, same thing, we're exploring.
Oh.
Checking all around.
Yep.
Through there. We can also do some work directly on the knee here as well. So yeah, that's another difference, is we can actually treat onto the knee. So just hold. If there's pain right at this specific spot, it might actually need, there's a lot of connective tissue and fascia and everything that runs over here. So sometimes you just need to hold and actually release that tissue. And then the last one. So let's see if I can remember how he did it. Get the knee up here. So we've got our adductor magnus, it comes in, and there's a nice point here where like the VMO and the adductor magnus sort of connect each other. And we can just start to move this hip around. So we're holding and getting Darcy to relax. So we can also extend the knee fully out. And in. You can even hold here if that's a bit more supportive. And move like that. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up there. But yeah, there's a bit of a comprehensive knee treatment. So if you're struggling with any pain or dysfunction, struggling to squat, getting pain in the knee, yeah, this is the treatment just for you. So book in or contact us and we can help you out. Thanks, guys. See ya.